Welcome to Escaping Purgatory, a podcast where we rewatch Supernatural, then talk it through in the hopes we can finally escape this show.
Join us each week and leave comments on upcoming episodes, and together we can escape Supernatural Purgatory.
Hello! I don't know what that was. I don't know what it was.
that was an embodiment of how good this episode was.
Yes. I love this episode.
Yep.
Love it. Yeah.
Yep. It was a good day that day when that episode aired.
Who knows what I was doing? What's this, 2012?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I was making the decision. No, it would have been a year that I'd been in the States at that point, 2012.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, wow. That's a long time ago now.
Yeah.
I was
Too long.
Working my first job.
Yeah.
Probably miserable. It's all good. Yeah. Isn't it? It would have been nearly Christmas because it's November. It's always a happy time.
I wonder if this was no, maybe not the mid-season finale. I don't know.
Yeah.
It doesn't feel like it.
No, I don't think this was mid-season finale. I don't think so. This is what episode, hang on. So this
7.
episode, it's season 8, episode 7, A Little Slice of Kevin, written by Buckner and Lemon, or Ross Lemming, and directed by Charlie Carner.
Carner. It was the first of his, I think. It was really good. I like these little, weird little zoom-ins that he was doing. And I was like, this is very much Singer, but I don't know. Not even more extreme, but just I don't know. It made me chuckle. Just these tiny little, because it was millimeters. It wasn't a really big zoom in. It was just a zoom.
Yeah, just a little bit of focus. It's gonna highlight that just a little bit. It's a little bit. I enjoyed it. Everything about this episode. It's good. It's good.
Oh, so apparently, according to the Supernatural Wiki, he'd worked with Bob Singer in the 80s.
Oh, this makes so much sense. It makes so much sense now. Yeah, everything ties together. Yeah. I don't know what particularly the one thing I really like about this episode. First of all, this episode feels super long because it's so plot heavy.
Yeah, it really was.
And so much happens. And yeah, this is a cute Destiel episode.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, the
yes,
boys.
It certainly is. It certainly is. It was also in this episode that I don't know, it just sort of solidified how badass everybody is, but also how little knowledge that they actually hold. I mean, everybody, as in Kevin and Linda.
Yeah.
But how much supernatural knowledge they lack. And this is no. Oh no, I know you're trying so hard, Linda. But yeah.
Oh, poor Linda. Yeah.
Poor Alfie too. Oh my goodness. Poor Cass at the end too. Oh god.
It's just everybody. It's bad for everybody all the way down. And yes, that's good. We like a bit of suffering, so we can get it right again.
This is why we're here.
Yeah, this is why we're here. You're so right. Yeah, I don't know. I don't have anything to say at the front. I don't feel. It's the episode that starts everything off for this season. I feel the direction that we're going in now was hinted at, but now we're on track.
We are. It feels good, right?
Rails. Yeah,
it feels real good to be at this point now versus halfway through, sort of 2/3 of the way through.
Yeah, 3 episodes before the end.
Right, exactly. With so was it Linda who started the trend of putting the devil's trap on the inside of the trunk? Did she start that? I'm pretty sure she started that. Because I
feel like they have used it before. I think they have used it before.
Okay.
Oh, I don't know though. I feel like they have. I can't prove it with my brain.
I can remember. Because this is definitely after this point is when what we used to call Crowleyed, right?
Yeah,
that was what happened to him. Basically after this season.
Yeah,
but
maybe she did.
I don't know.
That would be good. That'd be good for her. She needs a legacy.
She does. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. So I'm happy to get straight into
Let's do it. Yeah, let's do it because let's go.
Cool. So the recap is very much what we've seen so far in this season of the plot episodes. So when Sam and Dean show up at the church looking for Kevin, spraying them down with the borax, I think at that point, showing how Kevin had escaped from Crowley and the demon bomb in particular. Then them picking up Linda. Linda punching Crowley in the face.
Oh, yeah.
Still a great moment.
Badass.
Crowley taking the tablet in that same episode. And then Kevin and Linda like vamoosing after all of those events. There's a quick introduction to Samandriel, or Alfie, and Dean saying that Cass didn't make it. It was super short. Like the recap was so short.
Choppy, like bang, bang, bang. These were all the plot points.
Exactly. These are all the things we're going to address in this episode.
Yeah.
And they certainly did. So we cut to like a preschool and there's a bunch of children playing outside. A teacher's like walking amongst the children and one of the kids got like paint all over him, like for finger painting. His hands are like completely covered and she's like, it's finger painting, Aaron, not body painting. And she takes him to like a bathroom. As she's about to close the door, this is where you get your first little like zoom in to like her face.
Yeah.
And her eyes go black. She closes the door, and as she does that, like there's a white light that shines in there, and then a storm gathers, and like a tornado hits the playground, and all the kids and everything, teachers run away. And then once the storm's passed, you see the door of the bathroom swing open, and it's now empty. I thought, because this playground is the exact same playground that the entrance of heaven is at.
I thought this too. Yes. Yeah.
That it was like they just built a daycare on top of the playground, on top of the gates of heaven. But it turns out that's not actually the case.
It's not the same place.
No.
Yeah. Never mind. I thought that too. So you weren't the only one.
Good. I'm glad.
After the title card, it's so different. I wonder why Dean is driving by himself. I think there's a reason, and I think they do address it, but I couldn't tell you. So we see Dean driving by himself down like a pine forest road. It's very pretty. And there's a song playing, which is The Animals. We gotta get out of this place. That song. And he's eating while driving, which I do. Like, that's my only road food that I'll eat while driving is like a bag of crisps. And I'm pretty sure I'm not supposed to do that. I don't know. I don't actually know the rules on that. But Dean, I noticed that he passed a sign that had like a bear on it called Twin Pines. And I wondered if it was like a Twin Peaks reference. Because isn't there like a missing person in Twin Peaks? That's the whole point of the plot of the show, right?
I think so. I've never actually watched Twin Peaks. I've heard very good things about it, but I've never actually watched it.
I've watched the first couple of episodes and then I just kind of like dropped out of it and didn't come back. Which it's right up my alley, you know, so I'm not sure. But yeah, so I wondered if it was like a little reference to that because they don't just pick things for no reason. And Cass is missing / was presumed dead. So I wondered if that was a connection. But I'm clutching at straws. So he's driving. He sees a man in a trench coat walking along the road and he kind of looks back like, oh my God, wait, was that my boyfriend? Well, I should say husband. It reminds me of that, do you know that song by Ray, which is like, where the hell is my husband? What has taken him so long? It's such a good song. Maybe it's a UK thing. It's a really good song. Definitely look her up if you're listening to this and you don't know what it is because she's amazing anyway. Obviously he kind of like reverses back and sees, and he doesn't, does he? We know that it's Cass. Dean stops and like gets out and like, oh my God, where is he? Which I think was really interesting that he actually did stop and look.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I guess you would, wouldn't you? Like, if you saw someone that you thought was, like, missing, and you would stop, I think.
Yeah,
oh my God, was that them? Yeah.
I guess the implication that we're supposed to get is that he saw, like, he thinks he saw the sign, but was equating it to Cass, but he did actually see Cass.
Yeah. That's true, yeah, because I guess brown trench coat, brown sign. Like,
even though it's a wrong colour brown.
Yeah, there.
And, you know, the trench coat's flapping elegantly in the wind.
Yeah. So, yeah, he doesn't see anybody at all. We cut to the cabin that they're staying in, where Sam is, and he's very nonchalantly using a laptop, drinking a beer at the window seat. And Dean walks in. And Dean comes in and he just looks like a bit shell-shocked, you know? Like, a bit off.
I was going to say, you look like you've seen a ghost, but you'd probably be stoked.
I love that line. It's like, you okay? And Dean's like, yeah, you know, I'm cool. He changes the subject because that's what Dean does, and, you know, asks him what's up. Sam has a case about a missing kid from a preschool, and Dean's just like, well, that sucks, but like, and is it our thing? Sam's explaining about the tornado thing that happened. Weird. And Dean says, and they poo-poo climate change. Like, oh no, you don't know yet how bad it is. Oh no.
It's the baby in its infancy.
Yeah. Sam has been doing all this research. Loads of people have gone missing. A bus driver, and then there was a river with loads of frogs. New Mexico, a mailman disappears and the earth splits open. It's so weird that, like, demons leave these omens when we kind of know they don't have to.
So was it that, or is it angels trying to be like, oh no, they've gone after the prophet?
Oh, that's a good point. Because they were like, oh, demonic omens. I think they say that. But yeah, you're right. What, like, maybe it is angels sort of like, hey, yeah, this is happening.
Yeah.
I like that idea. Because, yeah, Dean asks if they're thinking demons, and Sam's like, possibly. But, like, these folks have nothing in common with each other. Like, why would they want them? They're like, Dean says, why do demons want anything? There was, like, a really funny moment where he's looking over his shoulder on this laptop and he's just making a really funny face. I wrote that down. I put Dean's face at the laptop, lol. Yeah.
He's probably because he doesn't know what he's looking at. He's just like, okay, there's people.
So they decide that this is the case. They're going to look into it.
Yeah. And
then we cut to a warehouse that's straight out of some, like, horror movie.
Yeah. And reminds me of Blade, of all things. I don't know.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I can see that. I can see the blade. Yeah, I can see it. And Crowley is torturing sweet baby boy. Sweet baby boy. Samandriel. Oh. He's stabbing him with an angel blade. And Samandriel has already given in to this torture. He's offering him names and all sorts. And Crowley is just, I think, enjoying himself too much.
Oh, yes.
He says, this hurts you more than it hurts me. Crowley. Mean.
Yep.
So he's asking Samandriel for some names. And Samandriel's just claiming, like, there are no other names. The next generation isn't born yet.
Yeah.
Crowley believes him, I think. And he says, like, well, there's no reason to keep torturing you. But then he just continues to torture Samandriel. And this is why we can never forgive Crowley. Don't forget this. Even with the quips and the funniness and the being best friends with Dean. No, we should not be forgiving Crowley. He tortured a sweet baby boy. He says to another demon to keep Samandriel, even though he's given him all the information. He just says, we've only just scratched the surface with this one. So he's not letting him go despite him giving him all the information. We see the preschooler that he stole.
My God, it's so sad. He's like hiding. I'm like, oh no.
It's so sad. What? Why? Is this, again, another sweet baby boy? Is he gonna read the tablet for you? He is like 3 years old.
He can't read.
He can't read, Crowley. So he goes in, and there's loads of people sort of sat around a table. Crowley says,
I hope the ruckus down the hall wasn't too off-putting. Construction standards aren't what they were during the Inquisition.
which he just has the best lines.
Yes.
And he's like, I guess you're wondering why I called you here.
As if it was a friendly invitation.
Yeah.
And not an abduction.
Exactly. Yeah. Crowley's a bad dude. Because it's terrifying. And like so many of them get murdered in this as well. Like it's awful. It's awful. Okay, so we're skipping to lots of places. We're just seeing where everyone is, where everyone's at. Right? We know where Sam and Dean are. We know where Crowley is. We know where Samandria is. We're going to find out now where Kevin is. Mm-hmm. He enters a building and gets like a bucket of water dumped on him because his mother has left it there. And he's like, Mom, you've got to stop drowning me in holy water every time I go out. She still checks him.
Yep.
And because he says, I'm not possessed. She's like, not yet, not now. But they got to me. I feel like Crowley's possession of her has really left like a mental mark on her.
Yes,
right?
Absolutely. Yeah.
And I do think that somewhat affects her judgment in this episode too.
Yes.
Like she's so focused on demons that she doesn't really see any other danger that they could possibly have. Yeah.
She has the Winchester trait.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like very tunnel vision.
Mm-hmm.
Kevin does a bit of exposition. He explains they have hex bags that make them invisible to demons. They've got demon traps. He's got the sigil tattooed on his arm, and they keep moving around. Linda's not having it. She wants it done. Like she's fed up with how they're living. Yeah. And Kevin feels bad for that. Like he's saying, like, basically, I'm sorry, I'm a prophet, and I pulled you into this. But like, she's a good mom. She's like, no, this is a us problem.
You're right. It's not a you problem, it's an us.
Yeah. But she wants to stop running and take a stand. She wants to build a demon bomb, and Kevin's like, well, the stuff is impossible to get, but Linda has found someone who can build it for them. A witch she found on like Craigslist, which sounds wild, except you can find witches on Etsy. I feel like they've just been banned. I feel like that was a story or something.
Oh, okay.
But like, you can definitely find witches on Etsy or like Craigslist. I'm sure you can find them on Facebook who will do spells for you for money and stuff. So yeah, this witch's name she found is Delta Mendota. I don't think that's her real name. In no way. No, that sounds made up. So she's scrappy, reliable, and she's willing to kill. And she thought she was being smart because she didn't tell her the exact quantities of the demon bomb or how to mix them up. So like she's keeping information from this witch. Mm-hmm. But Kevin is mad because like she told her that they were making demon bombs. Like that was privileged information. And Miss Chan's like, well, but she's in. So she opens up a laptop. And they call her, presumably on like Skype or something. This is like, 2012? So I'm going to say it was Skype.
More likely, yeah.
Yeah. And Delta is like this goth chick. I feel like they should have gothed her up more even for this.
Yeah, she's goth light.
Yeah.
Like when she shows up, she's in some sort of like baby pink t-shirt that's got like, it feels like maybe kittens on it or something. I didn't pay attention to like that, but like, it's very odd.
Yeah,
clothing choice, styling choice.
I feel they should have lent into the witch, but I think they wanted to show her as like, I don't know, naive. I think almost, and like for Linda to trust her. I don't know. Mm-hmm. So Mrs. Chan is doing like It's like when older people talk to you on the internet, like on their phones, like kind of like shouting into the phone and like it's not quite at their face. Yeah, it's really good. So Kevin asks how long Delta's been a witch, and she says since the band broke up. And she's like, no, like, I take it real serious. I'm on it, and it's going to be wicked awesome. Oh no, this was such a bad idea.
Yeah. Because they don't know that witches are in contact with demons. Like,
yeah. It's you don't trust witches in supernatural universe. Not at all. Not at all. I think this would have been a really good spot, actually, to introduce Rowena. I think it would have been really cool if Delta was Rowena instead. And I thought about it as I was watching this episode. I was like, it would have worked on all the same plot beats, except at the end. And I think that could have been a really fun confrontation to have.
It would have been, because she would have got herself out of that.
Yeah, she would have picked herself out. Yeah. Okay, so we're back with Sam and Dean. They're investigating the disappearances. They're knocking on the door of the preschool teacher that was the witness. They introduce themselves as agents Roth and Malloy. She is obviously telling them what she told the police, that she was taking the boy to get cleaned up. The next minute, she woke up in a park 3 blocks away and had no memory of what happened. Dean asks, is there anyone who would have had reason to harm him? Any enemies? And she says, he's 5. I love that. It was good. Okay, this annoyed me. Sam. Yeah, okay, you're going to say the same thing. I know. He was doing like an exorcism like under his breath. And I was like, have we all forgotten that Christo exists?
Yes, I wrote the exact same thing.
Why are you doing an exorcism? Just say Christo and find out.
I guess it makes kind of sense because I don't remember if Christo just revealed the demon. Yeah. So like whether it's better since they can't like trap it, whether just to try and do the exorcism. So like at least it's on its way. So I kind of get it, but also Christo.
This is just Christo. No, like there's no reason not to. They forgot it existed and that annoyed me. Like it was such an obvious... They even used it. The last time they used it in this way of like revealing someone at a doorstop. Like, what?
I know. I was like, I was not impressed. Let's put it that way.
And also, if they exorcise the demon, then they don't have like access to them for information. Whereas if they reveal them, they have the chance to like stab him in the hand or something on the demon knife that Dean definitely has like up his sleeve. It was dumb all the way down.
It was, yep.
Yeah.
Because they could have literally just done a Christo, like.
Yeah. And find out. Yeah.
Yep.
Because she's like, excuse me. And Dean says, it's code for your own safety, so you can't reveal anything under enhanced interrogation. Like, what is he talking about?
I don't know.
So he asked her if signs of a struggle. She said no. And Sam said, did it smell like sulfur? And she's like, how did you know that? And they're like, oh. Sam and Dean look at each other like, we're done here. We got the information.
Yeah.
Dean said there was no reaction to the exorcism. And Sam says, yeah, not possessed at the moment, but I'm willing to bet a demon got a hold of Aaron Weber, which is the boy's name. Yeah. I feel like they didn't need to say this. It was kind of obvious.
Yes.
Yeah. And then I love this so much. This is very like...
This is straight out of like 90s TV.
Yeah. It always reminds me, there's like a Wuthering Heights, like Dean and Cass video, and I feel like this is weird because it's like, it's, you know, it's me, I've come home. Yeah. I can't sing Wuthering Heights at the moment. I can't think of it in my brain. There's something about a window. Anyway, so Sam's asleep. Dean is on his bed reading articles on the laptop. And then like lightning flashes and we see Cass just creeping outside his window.
What I don't understand is why is he disappearing? Like where is he going? Is Naomi pulling him back in those moments? Or like what?
Does he not explain it?
He says he's been weak, but like why would you not just sort of stick around?
I don't know. Weak how, Cass? Weak how? Emotionally? Emotionally. It was emotionally.
There you go. That's right. He was building up the courage, so he was running away. Yeah.
Like that is it. I can't see. There's no like other reason why. He wouldn't have just appeared and said hi, and he was purposely appearing near Dean as well,
right. Mm-hmm.
because he was building up the courage to like talk to him. 100%.
Yep.
Yeah, I fully believe. Dean sees him flashing in the window.
Not like that, but maybe.
Not like that, maybe. And like gets up to check, but obviously he's not there anymore. Oh my gosh! Yeah. But like, it's him, bearded Cass. I'd love him. Cass. I know I'm gonna miss him, but I love him. He's so dirty.
He is. Yep.
Yeah.
So Dean gets off the bed and goes to the window to actually see if Cass was really there, but there's nobody there, and Sam wakes up. He's asking if Dean is okay, and he's like, I don't know, I just saw something. It's like the first honest thing he said in a while.
I know. It's Cass.
And to also say that he thinks he saw Cass is like, I don't know, it feels pretty big, to be honest.
I think so as well, yeah. Like this is a big admission even, of like, oh yeah, I'm seeing Cass, and like he should be dead, and like maybe this is, a trick. My mind is playing on me. It's a big thing for Dean to say.
Exactly. Yep. Yeah. Especially, all the crap that he gave Sam last season.
Yeah. He should be saying it.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. He also admits that he saw him earlier on the road, and Sam's like, well, you said that's, not possible. Like, he didn't make it out. And Dean says, I tried so damn hard to get us the hell out of there. And he like turns away and walks away. It's so dramatic.
It's so sitcom. It's like, I don't think I've ever done this in a real conversation where I've turned and walked away from someone at like an emotional moment. I don't think I've ever done this. Ever.
No, I don't think so.
No.
Unless the person who's causing my emotions is in front of me and I don't want to be around them. That is the only time I've ever done that. But like I haven't turned away and then continued talking. It's like turn away and walk away.
Yeah, I agree. No, this doesn't happen.
Yeah, no. Mm-hmm. Not when you're like, I don't know, 35.
Yeah. Maybe when I was like 14 years old.
Yeah,
exactly. Like, yeah, by Tamagotchi in life. Turn away.
I must sit down. So silly. I love it.
Yeah,
I absolutely love it. So yeah, Dean continues with his back turned to Sam.
I tried so damn hard to get us the hell out of there. I could have pulled him out. I just don't understand why he didn't try harder.
Sam's trying to reassure him, saying that you did everything that you could, and he says, "Yeah, but why do I feel like crap?" It's because you take everything on, Dean.
Yeah. Oh, yes.
Everything. Mm-hmm. Yep. And Sam says, well, it's survivor's guilt. And he goes on to say, if you let it, this is going to keep messing with you. You've just got to walk past it.
Yeah.
And Sam sort of walks past him and like claps him on the shoulder.
Mm-hmm.
We then get a purgatory flashback to Benny, Dean and Cass walking through the forest. That feels like a song.
There was that we did. So I'm sure I told the story before, where we at a convention, probably around this time. I reckon it was probably like this time. Mm-hmm. Ty Olsen led a rendition of, the book We're Going on a Bear Hunt.
Yes.
Like, we're going on a bear hunt. We're going to catch it. Except it was, we're going on a vampire hunt. We're going to catch a big one. And like the whole convention was doing it along with him, and it was so dumb and so funny. Yeah.
Yeah,
that's what that reminded me of. Yeah.
Sounds about right. Because nothing could be serious in this show.
No.
So Benny's saying that they're close, and Dean's like, yeah, but like, how? how would you even know this?
Yes.
And Cass is like, well, he doesn't know. And Benny says it's here, they promise. And Dean's like, oh, they? Well, that's comforting. So, and then Cass is like, well, even if it does exist, and Benny's just like, broken record, Cass. Yeah. Do you think he knew that Cass didn't want to get out?
I do, actually. Yeah. I think for Benny as an outsider to their relationship, I think it's very clear that Cass has given up on getting out of purgatory, like from his whole self. Whereas Dean is very blinded by the fact that he wants Cass to get out so badly that he couldn't possibly believe that Cass doesn't want to get out. And this is what leads to this whole misunderstanding and Dean misremembering the situation, because he can't conceive a possibility that Cass didn't want to leave purgatory.
Which is really weird, because I feel like Dean also has this like self-punishment streak.
Of course, yeah. They're so very, very similar people sometimes. And like, but Dean loves Cass, right? When I sound like a broken record myself, but I think it wasn't so much that I don't think that it's so like that he doesn't think that Cass didn't want to go. I don't think that Dean could imagine leaving purgatory without Cass.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if Cass had revealed that he was never going to leave, Dean would never have tried.
He wouldn't have tried either. So for him to make sense of it in his mind, his worldview doesn't mesh with the fact that Cass doesn't want to leave purgatory. Because Cass has to leave purgatory, because otherwise Dean couldn't leave purgatory. So he's just lying to himself.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Yes. So Cass says, Dean, it's a human portal. There's no proof that an angel can pass. And Dean cuts him off and says, stow it, Cass, you're coming. That's final. Cass goes on to say, I'm just saying, and then like puts his hand on his shoulder and like stops him and to make him look at him to like really take in this information. Again, hand on the shoulder.
Just before something really like vital happens, you know.
Yeah. Getting transported to another dimension.
If it doesn't work, thank you for everything.
Oh.
It's so it's such a parallel. No, like we can't let this go. It's such a parallel between like 15, 18 and like saying goodbye. Like this is Cass saying goodbye to Dean, hand on the shoulder. Thank you so much for everything, for being you, and saying goodbye. And it's this for this reason. I think that when it happens later on, like season 15, the hand on the shoulder was the moment Dean knew that they weren't both getting out of that. Oh, yeah. I'm gonna be sick.
Grab a bucket.
Oh, yeah.
The just everything.
Yeah.
And they were fighting, and oh no, yes. Oh.
Yeah.
So Dean tells him to save the hallmark. It's going to work. You know, nobody gets left behind. So we then cut back to the motel room, and Dean is still like stood there.
Yeah.
We then cut back to the warehouse where Crowley is, and he's still addressing the prophets or the potential prophets.
Yeah.
I guess it's the next day, because he says, I hope you enjoyed our orange juice and pancakes. Best to pack those carbs in the morning, you know? He's trying to be like friendly, but like I feel like he doesn't really remember how.
He doesn't. He's just like, his sarcasm is set to 11, and I don't think he knows how to turn it down.
Nope.
I don't know. Like he doesn't
Not at all.
He doesn't even need to be addressing these people in person. He's the king, right? Why is he talking to them?
I guess he wants so much control over the information, right? Like he doesn't want.
Sorry,
he's a micromanager. Yeah, he's absolutely a micromanager.
Crowley is a micromanager, 100%. That's why all his like subservient demons like don't like him.
Yep, exactly. Yeah. and why they drum up their own plans, but then their own plans don't work. So he's like, this is why I micromanage.
Right. Which is the everything that every micromanager gets into is like, this is why I do everything.
And also they're demons, so they're not to be trusted anyway. So like,
True.
it's, yeah. One of the prophets is like, are we on a spaceship? And honestly, not a bad guess.
Yeah. That table is like lit up, right?
Yeah.
So.
And you got abducted from your homes.
It would be my first question, to be honest.
Exactly. Yeah. And they're like, well, they're just walking around. So I guess they haven't seen any powers yet, but because even a woman even says, you know, snapping us up from our homes, our families, teleporting us to this mothership. And Crowley's like, mothership? It's like, have you seen this place? This is no mothership. And he says, you're aliens, right? Crowley's like, possible long shot. He, like, completely ignoring them. No, he's like, okay, well, you've said your piece. I'm going to say mine. And he says, does this mean anything to you? Holding the tablet up. And the guy just says, I don't read Chinese. That feels so icky.
Yeah.
But like the type of person that this guy looks like, it's like, yeah, that's something you would say.
Yeah.
No. Crowley even says, talk about dumbing down America. Anyone? Come on. It's fun. Give it a go. He's like, you hapless toads are utterly clueless, aren't you? And then this one guy stands up and he's like, I've got a wife and kids. I got bills. I can't miss work. And I'm like, I was just thinking, this guy's a father, right?
Yeah.
He doesn't even try to like comfort this little child.
Yeah.
Like none of them do.
Yeah, they don't seem like great. I don't know. They didn't endear themselves to me. I feel.
No. Like, I'm not sad that this guy gets choked, like force choked, and the other woman gets killed.
He does get force choked. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I guess some sort of internal bleeding could coughs up blood.
Oh yeah.
After he makes, he demands a phone call. Mm-hmm. The woman then picks up the tablet and just sort of reads it, but she's holding it the wrong way. But how does Crowley know that that's the way it's supposed to be held? I know there's like a line at the top, but like, honestly, he doesn't know. He can't read it either.
I guess he watched Kevin, maybe.
I guess so, yeah.
Yeah.
And she's like, oh, yes, that's better. So we're then back at this diner where Kevin and Linda are. And Kevin opens the door and Delta's there. They introduce themselves and she gets like splashed with holy water and she's not a demon. Delta then hands over all of the ingredients. Mm-hmm. She was saying that, it was a bitch, but it was worth it. I'm sick of being treated like dirt by those demons. Like who died and made them boss? I was like, okay, yeah, well,
Lucifer.
they did. So like she's on their side. She then asks where the bathroom is.
No way would I have let her go. Like, no way.
No. I mean, they're so trusting, right? Yeah. They don't know who they're dealing with. It's just is life lessons learned.
For sure.
Actual life lesson learned. And as Delta walks away, Linda's like, what is this? Like, I said I needed an arsenal and like there's maybe enough for one weapon. Mm-hmm. And she's like, well, you'll get it when I get paid in full. And she said, that's not the agreement. And Delta's like, well, it is now.
Yeah.
And then Kevin watches her go, and it's like very clearly that she is checking her out.
Yeah.
And Linda's like, forget it. I'm like, truly, forget it, Kevin.
I feel bad for him because he is a teenager who hasn't had any contact with the outside world in like months. I kind of get it. A year. Yeah. So, yeah. And now he's like traveling with his like mum too. So, yeah.
Wild.
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess he doesn't have another girlfriend after Channing.
Oh, no. I don't think so.
That's sad.
Yeah.
So back in the motel room, it's now daytime and Sam is looking up more of the case, and it's not just Americans who are vanishing. Somebody disappeared from Rome, and there was a hailstorm, Dean says, "Oh, we're going to Rome. Wouldn't be too shabby." It's like, Dean, you hate flying. It would be horrible.
It would be awful. I wondered if it was like, I didn't know when they were running, but I wondered if it was a slight insider's reference to the like Rome conventions they have.
Oh yeah, maybe.
I thought about it. Yeah,
makes sense. Mm-hmm. And as Dean is doing his Winchester wash,
yes,
he looks up into the mirror, and it's Cass, and he just says,
"Hello, Dean."
Yes, perfection
in every which way.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Ugh. It then cuts very dramatically to like them all together in a room, and Sam's like, "Oh my god, I can't believe you're here." Cass says here that I've been trying to reach out, but for whatever reason, I wasn't at full power and I couldn't connect with you. So yeah, like it doesn't really explain. I think it probably is more Naomi's influence over she wasn't ready for Cass to be in contact with him yet.
Possibly. Yeah, maybe that he was sort of like phasing in and out of wherever he was. And it does say, because he does say for whatever reason. So it's, I think it becomes clear. It's something else. Yeah. I would have liked just like a few more seconds in that bathroom. I wanted to see the awkward shuffling out of that room to Sam. Like, I feel like it would have been good.
It would have been, yep. Yeah. And where was the Winchester hug?
I know.
I mean, come on.
He's a little stinky, you know.
This is true. This is very true. But even when he comes out clean.
I know. There should have been a hug in this. Yes. I'm really sad there wasn't. Yeah.
Yeah. And that's because of Dean's emotions right now. He's not ready. He's not ready to be touched.
Yeah, no. Yeah, you're right. Because he's trying to figure out how, like, I don't think he trusts that he's back yet.
No.
You don't get a hug until we know you're back for good.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because Dean is still like shell shocked from it because he can't really get his words out. It's like, I've got to be honest, I'm thinking, how the hell did you get out?
I was there. I know that place. I know how we had to scratch and claw and kill and bleed to find that portal and make it through it, and it almost finished me. So how exactly are you sitting here with us right now?
And Cass is like, Dean, everything you said is completely true. And that's the strange part. I have no idea. Mm-hmm. I remember endlessly running and hiding from the Leviathan. And then on the side of the road in Illinois. And that's it. And Dean's like, that's it? He's like, yes. And then just after a pause, he says, oh, I'm dirty. It's like, yes, you are.
Yes, you
are. I think it's more loaded, especially from Dean's response of being like, well, yeah, that's like purgatory, we'll do that to you. It's like,
yeah,
it's the bleeding, it's the killing, it's the endlessly running beyond, and then the whatever dirtying up it does to your soul.
Exactly. Yeah, it's not just the physical dirt. Yeah,
exactly. So Cass walks towards the bathroom, and then it goes to Dean's face, and we get another flashback.
Wait, stop right there.
Okay. Yes.
You can't possibly go on. This is a big meme in the bestial community of Dean's reaction when Cass comes out of the bathroom, because people,
he doesn't come out the bathroom yet.
Does he not come out the bathroom yet?
No,
I'll shut up then, I guess.
He's going into the bathroom. And then Dean remembers purgatory, and then
go for it. Yes, go for it. Cut all that
out. So yes, they are running for the hill through the forest still, and they still haven't found where the portal is. Yeah. And then a very bad CGI leaf comes up from the ground and like floats in front of them.
Yeah. Oh, it's bad. Oh, it's so
towards
bad.
The very bad portal CGI.
I hate this portal. I don't know what it's supposed to look like. I don't know what they envisioned in their mind even, because it looks like just like TV static. It's just like,
it does.
Yeah.
I also love the way that like Dean climbs over it. I don't know what, there's something about that just makes you chuckle.
I love that the slope going up to it is a severely shallow slope, and it's really dramatic, and it doesn't need to be in any way this dramatic.
No. And
it should have... Sorry. It should have been at the edge of like a cliff.
Yes.
Because it would have been way more dramatic rather than like a slight incline.
I mean, yeah. I mean, it makes it even funnier that Dean thinks that he let him go and like he had to fall down this hill or something. This is like, no, he was just on like, he was purposely not getting up. He was purposely not getting up.
I cannot but imagine Cass like rolling down that hill like Princess Bride style. You know? Because it's like they look, honestly, and I know, sorry, we haven't really got there yet, and I'm messing this part up, but like
that's okay.
They're basically crawling along the ground, and like I don't understand where he's supposed to be leaving him. Just there, like just there.
Yeah. What's funny is that this shot, it does make it look like, I mean, it is on top of a hill. Yeah. But like where it is, it does look like it's at the edge of a drop off.
Yeah.
But then when they get there, it's not a drop off whatsoever. I mean, I kind of understand why they didn't. Maybe it was like a safety thing. Like they couldn't literally have Misha like hanging off a cliff, and like they couldn't build a set for him to like do all of this.
Yeah.
But like they should have just built a set and had it be at a cliff face.
I do remember them saying in conventions that this was awful to do. Like, because they had like a big fan like blowing like dirt and grit into their faces.
I bet, yeah.
But that's because you were like 2 feet off the ground. Like,
right.
I want to see, I think the problem is like all the camera shots are like too tight, possibly because this looks lame otherwise. But I just wanted one wide shot of like what is going on here with their bodies. Like what actually happened.
Like what would make it even just like a little bit better or would make more sense is if they did do a wider shot and they see that like, you know, just around a little bit, there is a drop off, and where they're at is like the least steep. And that's why they gone up that. But like you can kind of tell this entire hill is just a slope. Like the entire thing is just a slope.
I've always found this funny. I remember watching this the first time. I genuinely remember this, and it must have been about 10 years ago now. And I was like, why is he not just like getting up and walking to the portal? Like, what's stopping him?
Exactly.
Why is he just rolling around on the ground like, can't do it?
I'm sure we've all tripped up a slope before. I know I have for certain. But like, you just stand back up.
It meshes with like Dean saying we had to scratch and claw and fight our way out of there. It cuts him like walking up a slight hill.
Like I feel like this hill is less steep than when they were going up like the rest of Purgatory. Like
I know. I just think it's so lame. The Purgatory. This is really funny for us particularly, I guess, because it's like our logo. But like the portal is so lame that any sense of jeopardy is just gone. Like,
Jay did a much better rendition.
Yeah. Thank you, Jay. Because like, honestly, it looks so much cooler than the actual like what they put on screen. Can you imagine that? Like you and your friend. To be fair, this kind of happens. Like you and your friend are like running towards something, doing an escape room, whatever, and one just like trips and falls, and you're like, "Come on!" And they're like, "No," just like, "I can't make it," and they're like 2 centimeters from the door.
So we're still in Purgatory, and
yes, we are. Yes, we are.
Different kind of zombies going after them.
Yeah.
The portal is reacting to Dean, and so they're all going to head towards it. Now that they're within range, Benny's going to hop into Dean's arm. Let me clarify that.
I bet he would. He did.
Right. So he does the spell, and his soul gets like sucked into his arm.
Yeah.
And then they carry on. As they get closer to the bottom of this hill, Cass tells Dean to wait, and then Leviathan, they shoot down like they do like the little rockets.
Yes.
So then we're back in the motel room where Dean has like zoned out for a moment.
Yeah.
Sam's like, "Are you okay?" Dean obviously can't trust anything. And to be fair, he shouldn't trust it, but it's like,
yes.
He says, "Do you see something like severely wrong here?"
Sammy, I remember every second of leaving that place. I mean, I remember the heat, the stink, the pain, the fear.
I have this whole ugly mess, and he like taps the side of his head right here. And he's saying he has no idea how he got out. I'm just not buying it.
Mm-hmm.
And Sam's like, "So you think he's lying?" He's like, "I'm saying something else happened. I saw the shape that he was in. There was no way that he was fighting out there alone." And Sam's like, "Who or what got him out?" And he's like, "Exactly." And then we get polished Cass. He comes out. He's all clean. His whole attire is back to normal, clean shaven, and he's like, there.
Yeah, it's so good.
And then we see Sam smiling and Dean like looking at Sam, who then turns to Cass and does this like little half smile thing and nods, and it's just like he approves.
It's cute. I love this. It's very like It's like when those heist movies where they have like a nerdy woman and then she goes into the bathroom and then she takes her hair out of a bun and takes her glasses off and then suddenly
Miscongeniality.
She's like, yeah, it's miscongeniality. That's Cass having his miscongeniality moment. He comes out and he's like, "Hey," and they're like, "Whoa." Well, Dean is like, "Whoa." His face is so surprised. This. Yeah,
in a couple of years now.
Yeah, maybe that's it because this is like a big like Destiel moment for the internet of like, oh my god, Dean thinks he's so hot, right? And I think yes, and also it is a shock because for Sam, he didn't really have to spend time with Cass in Purgatory, like we didn't really know how time moves for them in Purgatory, like how long were they really there, and for Dean, the last memory he has of Cass is like this Purgatory Cass, you know, in his hospital scrubs, like dirty, bearded, and that's the way he's known him now for like a year, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
Or however long he was with him, because I know it took them a while to find him. And to suddenly see him back to how he was, not even pre-Purgatory.
No,
because this is like OG Cass. Must be a really big shock. Yeah, I think it's he's like, oh yeah, my friend is back. Like, it's him. I don't know if he trusts it or not still, even seeing him like this. I think Jensen does such a good job of conveying quite a lot in such a small like moment, I think. Whereas like Sam sort of smiles at Cass and it's like, oh yeah, it's Cass, right? I go, oh yeah, which is like very on brand for Sam, like. Whereas like when Dean's face, there's just so much emotion of like, oh wow, it's him, and like the kind of everything that means,
right?
Of like their journey so far and going back now to like seeing him like this, I think is really interesting and I love it a lot.
I do love that Cass, when he goes into the bathroom, turns on a tap with the water running. So we hear all of like their little conversation about Dean not trusting where Cass is, how Cass got out.
Yeah.
But because Cass clearly didn't need the water to be running.
It's just what they do.
Yeah, it's like this is what he was doing just a moment ago. He was having a Winchester wash. Oh, yeah. I'm gonna do the same thing.
Do you think? I do think you're so right. I think Cass did like a turn on the tap, filled his hands with water, like put it to his face, brought it down, and then he was himself again.
Yes, because we saw him do that at the stream. So I wonder if that's like become like a ritual of like cleansing. I mean, obviously it is, but like a Cass cleanse.
Yeah, a Cass cleanse. I like that. Yeah, I think so. I do. I would have liked to have seen that. I think. Then I'm kind of glad we didn't as well. I love this moment so much, so much. The gang's all back together. Yeah. A dropout. What is it? A blood freak and a fallen angel. Is that how they say it? I think that's right. Oh. Okay, so back to Linda and Kevin. Linda's calling Delta a skank. She says, in the service industry, you always deliver the goods, then you get paid. Even hookers know that. And Delta's like, well, my sister's a hooker, and actually they get paid first. She's amazing, so right. She's like, I'm not the one with demons on my ass. You want to renege on our deal, that's fine. And like Linda gives in and just says, your mother must be so proud. And she's like, well, of course she is. With my sister, the bar isn't very high. I mean, Kevin goes into another room and sees that the salt line on the windowsill is broken, and he runs back, asks if she broke the salt line, but it's too late. Crowley is there with another demon.
Dun, dun, dun.
Dun, dun, dun. He says, I wouldn't bother Kevin, there's no rush. And they goes, hello, Delta. And she's like, hiya. Linda's asking how she could possibly be betrayed. And Delta just says, I'm mercurial. Crowley says, I'm afraid Delta found you to be a difficult and ungrateful employer, Mrs. Tran. She felt she'd gain far more leverage by negotiating with me. I am, after all, the king of hell. And you are a mom. And Delta's like, I did very good, didn't I, Your Majesty? And he just like summons her away, just like, bye. Yeah, you did a very good job. Goodbye.
Yep.
And then says,
presumptuous twit.
which I love. Very good. Twit is an excellent criticism, I feel.
Oh, yeah.
You don't really hear it anywhere else. I don't really hear people calling people that. It's very old-fashioned now, I think.
I guess I feel like with Twitter, it's kind of like...
Oh, yeah, that killed it.
Kind of took the edge off of it.
Yeah, that's true.
Maybe. I don't know.
I do like it. Linda's like, take me. And Crowley's like, why? Which, fair.
Yeah.
And he just directs the other demon that's with him to says, kill her, destroy the makings for the spell. And Kevin's like, no. Crowley snaps his fingers again, and him and Kevin disappear, leaving Linda and the demon. But she's amazing, grabs a super soaker and sprays the demon with holy water. So we know Linda's going to be okay. She's all good. She's all good.
Yes.
Back at the motel room, like Cass is watching television. I don't know why that's so endearing to me. It's very old Cass, isn't it? This is what I mean. Like this is him, original him. Sam's on the laptop and Dean comes in with some beer, and he says, "What's the latest?" And Sam's like, "Well, nothing. Like nothing's happened. It all stopped." You know, Dean's asking how many they got missing, and it's 7 people. Sam's like, "Oh yeah, like Luigi, Justin, Aaron, Maria,
Dennis, Krista, Sven."
And they both look at him like, what? And Cassie says, I miss television. So it turns out they're prophets. Like Cass instinctually knows their names because he's an angel. He knows all of them, past, present, and future. He said, so these are the current ones until the next generation are born, including Kevin Tran, of course, but the other 7 are future prophets, but only one can exist at a time. Sam asks the question, I was so pleased they asked this, of like, how is Kevin a prophet then if Chuck is a prophet? But they don't really give an answer. I feel like this is very good foreshadowing almost, though unintentional foreshadowing, of saying, I'm not sure what happened to Chuck, but he says he must be dead. And they don't, like, they have no reaction to that. It's like, yeah, oh well.
And they didn't really like Chuck.
They didn't like Chuck, to be fair. So they, the next one will come off the bench if Kevin dies, and Cass is like, yeah, exactly, that's how that works. But they don't have any idea who they are. Sam puts it all together as like, this is Crowley. And Dean's like, yeah, of course. He's getting desperate. Sam says that explains all the weird phenomena. I can't say it now. I said it wrong so many times. Explains all the weird phenomena lower level demons nabbing heavy duty cargo. The vessels of God's word boom. Yeah, I think you're right. I think it was angels doing this. Yeah. And Cass is like, I get the feeling something's going on. Like, he doesn't know any of this. Oh, no. I don't know how much he remembers either from when he was like crazy Cass, if that makes sense. I'm not sure. Because I mean, I do think he remembers, because he remembers who Kevin is. Yeah. Then Sam's phone rings. It's Linda. And he just says, "Oh, Crowley's got Kevin." So she's filled him in. I know. Back at the light up table, it looks like something you'd find in a school that you put like glass tiles on to make pictures.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, like a light box.
Yeah, just like a light box, like tracing and stuff.
Yeah.
So Crowley has Kevin, with the stone tablet. And he says to him, our relationship is much simpler now. Help me or you die. And one of these fine specimens takes your place. He's like, I don't quite understand your hesitation. And Kevin says, you just killed my mother. Yeah.
Why do you think... So one thing that I noticed, I think there's a missing scene because Kevin has like damage on his face, like a bruising.
Oh, yes, he does. Yeah.
So, but we never see like how he got that. So I'm guessing that Crowley like roughed him up a little bit. Mm-hmm. But why do you think he doesn't just kill Kevin and like prove his point with the other prophet? Because like the other people are way easier to manipulate. Obviously, this is plot armor, but
apparently, yeah,
like he has that they already have like they're on the wrong footing already. Like, why go through the effort of trying to, and like the connection to Sam and Dean? Mm-hmm. Like, does he maybe if he kills Kevin, like it will enrage them more, but they don't really like Kevin either, so like it's not like, why would you not just kill him and like be done with it?
I think Crowley has some like very messed up morals, and I think he respects Kevin almost,
like for standing up to Leviathan and stuff, or like the bomb that he made. I
think both things.
Mm-hmm.
I think Kevin is Crowley thinks that Kevin's smarter than the other prophets he has too, so it's more likely to like translate it quicker. And I think there is a level of respect there, and I do think that Crowley almost like respects the gumption, right? Because Kevin almost reminds him of himself, and if people hadn't given him a chance, he would never have been king of hell, although he thinks that he did it himself. It's definitely not true.
No.
I don't know. I think that's part of it. And I do think Crowley kind of shows that throughout. Like, he could have killed the Winchesters way easier. Like, he at any point, he could have like dropped in on them and probably like killed them. Mm-hmm. And he just doesn't. It's almost like some kind of, moral code that he has.
I was going to say he doesn't kill without reason, but he kind of does.
He does.
Because the woman... I mean, no, he doesn't kill without reason. And maybe it is just some morals. And like you said, Kevin being so naturally smart.
Yeah.
Versus some of the other people that are there. Yeah,
because I think if Kevin was annoying, he would have killed him.
Yeah, that's true.
But then I think if Kevin was like... So I would say stupider, I don't mean it like that, but like if he hadn't stood up to him in the way that he had, he would also have killed him.
Mm-hmm.
It's interesting. Yeah, I think he in some way respects Kevin, and I think that matters to Crowley. Like, there's a few people he could have killed and he doesn't. Like, whereas Meg, right? He doesn't kill Meg to start with.
That's true. Yeah.
He likes to have power over people.
Mm-hmm. He likes collections. What was the word that they use? Not consortium. Is it consortium? I don't know. Anyway, we'll get to it because he's the collection of tablets.
Mm-hmm. So I think that's why. And the plot armor, of course. But if you're looking at Crowley as a character, he doesn't kill needlessly. You are right. Like that, because the people he's killing here are demonstrations to the others,
Mm-hmm.
Like,
and he didn't kill the first person. He just like injured them because he's actually at the table still.
Oh yes, that's true. But that like means to an end kind of thing. Mm-hmm. Which again, his morals are messed up.
Right.
And I think we get a little bit more exploration of his character in this season too. So, So Crowley explains that killing Linda was unfortunate, but to be fair, she was plotting to kill me and my kind. And he's like, Kev, I can do a great deal for a plucky lad like you. And Kevin says, you'll just kill me as soon as I read the tablet. And this is what I'm talking about, because Crowley's like, well, you're all so cynical. It depresses me. Like, I really want you to read the tablet because, frankly, this lot failed to inspire. Like, he doesn't think they're as smart as Kevin. He's like, however, better a stupid prophet than a stubborn prophet, as the saying goes. So what's it going to be? Perhaps you doubt that I'm serious. And then he, like, targets one of the women there and snaps his fingers and they all get splattered with her blood. Crowley takes out, like, a handkerchief, a monogrammed handkerchief, and dabs it in his, like, face. Of course. And just says, read any good tablets lately? Oh, good. Back on the road. Dean, Sam, and Cass, as it always should be. Oh, love it. They're all in the Impala, like, parked up. And Dean's like, where is she? Sam says, she'll be here. Like, mile marker 96 was the halfway point. And then we get, like, a little, like, zoom into Dean's face and he has another flashback. They're doing that thing they did with Sam at the beginning of this season.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're doing a fight. This is what we were talking about. So, like, it's back in Purgatory. They're fighting the Leviathan. They are getting taken away, you know, further away from the portal. Cass is just getting, and I swear they use the same shot 2 or 3 times of him getting punched.
It seems like it, yeah.
Yeah.
It's all like slow-mo and like all, I don't know, I did actually quite enjoy this fight that they have because it's very, like, it feels very intense. Yes,
and I don't think it probably was, if that makes sense. But yeah, it feels more intense than it possibly was. At one point, like, Leviathan grabs Cass and, like, his mouth goes like, big Leviathan mouth. And then Dean chops his head off from behind him and does, like, a blue steel situation.
I'm so sorry. Bad. With his, like, flat hair too.
I love it. Like, it's so good. There's something about it that's so great. I love that shot a lot. I just do. Because you're right, the hair is awful. And then Cass manages to push another Leviathan towards Dean. And he, like, chops her head off. And Dean manages to pull up Cass, who is kneeling in front of him to his feet. Again, not foreshadowing. Dean's like, we gotta go. The portal's closing. I don't think at any point it looked like it was closing.
No, not until the very end.
No. They climb up. Climb is a loose word. I'm gonna keep it going. Cass stumbles slightly, and Dean's like, "Come on, goddammit!" He's like, he didn't say "goddammit" because you're not allowed to say that, but he does say "damn it." But he would be saying "goddammit" if he could.
Yeah.
Dean manages to reach the portal, and like back, he literally
he climbs in.
He climbs in like a doorway. Why?
Like, I feel like what would have made it maybe like a little bit better is if, I don't know, gravity stopped working and like they're like elevated off the ground, and that's why like he has to catch on to, like, as soon as Dean crossed over, like the spell of the pole start to work.
He gets like, and like, vacuumed away. That would have been good. Yeah. And that would have been easy to do. How hard is it to like set up a wire, you know, and have him like, yeah. But no, he just steps into it. And he's like, come on. And Cass is rolling around on the ground, grabs his hand, and Dean says, I got you, hold on! Dean, hold on! And then Cass loses his grip. It looks like Dean couldn't hold on to him, you know?
But it doesn't.
Like.
It really doesn't. No. Like,
that's how Dean sees it.
I know, but like even because there is no gravity, because it's such a small slope, it doesn't look like, you know, and usually what happens is that you see the hand like slowly, I'm doing a demonstration nobody can see, but like you see the hand like inch away to the tip of the fingers and it slips. I feel like that's what's supposed to be portrayed here.
I agree, but it's not.
But it does look like they both let go rather than it slips.
I agree. Because it doesn't really look like Dean's getting like pulled away by anything.
No, like there's no force. There's no force in any which direction. They look like there's no gravity. Yes, there's a wind blowing, but like it's blowing out. So like,
what's the jeopardy here? Like, why?
Yeah, like there's no urgency.
No, there's something really wrong with this whole bit, and I think it was just, I don't know. I think
we're supposed to look at their faces and their emotions and like the despair and the agony of this whole moment, but then when you actually look at it, you're just like, what is happening?
Yeah, because I feel like they're doing a good job of like acting out something that isn't happening.
Yeah. That's such a good way of putting it. Like, I would rather take bad CGI of like Cass literally falling down a hill than some of this stuff that's happened in this actual shot.
It's so bad. And it's such like a pivotal moment, you know, that I can't believe they didn't do it like a little bit better.
Right.
Right? That's just
especially since they come back to this moment like over and over. How many times have we seen this so far? I feel like we've seen it about 4 times.
And like they must have known it was bad. Yeah. This should get as much hate as Sam's wig. I'm calling it. The thing is, like, no one can see Dean's other arm. They could have just had like someone from the crew like pulling him, so he has something to act against to make it look like he's being pulled into the portal. Like, I feel like that would have been the easiest solution to this.
They should have both been on wires. So as soon as Dean climbs in, which I think is still the funniest fucking thing, he gets lifted off. Yeah. So his legs are in the air, like flapping around, and Cass is in the air flapping around because they're being pulled in 2 different directions. And then that's when their hands slip, and it would make more sense for Dean for when Cass actually throws his hand away.
Yes, exactly.
That there's a separation, but no, we just get like
it gives nothing. It just gives nothing. But yeah, like. I need to ask them about this now. I need to go to a convention and ask. This is how they get my money. Because I need to go and be like, was the purgatory scene like, was it supposed to look like that? Was it? What was the original plan? Do you know? Was it supposed to look like that? Did you find it really hard to act against nothing?
Right.
And I can ask that in a non-mean way. Because I do feel like emotionally, faces are giving it. Like, they're trying.
Yes. Yeah, absolutely.
But you can only try so hard against nothing. Like, I have this problem with Doctor Who sometimes with some of the writing on that. I'm like, they are giving the performances of their lives. And it means it's like, what? For what? Like, so sorry. Yeah. Anyway. So yeah, Dean goes through the portal thinking that he wasn't strong enough to save Cass. That's essentially the message here. Yeah. And Dean's like, comes back to himself in the car, and he's like, I need to have this out. He's like, can I talk to you outside? It's such like a couple moment. I love this so much. Because like, who has
they could have done this in front of Sam. It would not have changed anything.
No, they need to have this the private conversation.
I love the fact that Sam has like no input like at all. He's like, okay, that's fine. You can go talk about it.
He knows that they got stuff to work through.
That's true.
Yeah, they're just going to be fighting. If I don't let them have it out, I'll get a separate room tonight because you don't know what's going to happen after this. So they get out, and Cass is like, what? Which the absolute...
The like complete unawareness of it all.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, what? It's all good. And dude's like, exactly, what the hell happened back there in Purgatory? I told you I would get you out. You were there. It was like you just gave up. It's like you didn't believe we could do it. I mean, you kept saying you didn't think it would work. Did you not trust me? And Cassie says, Dean. But Dean is like, he's on a rock. He needs to have the sense.
He's on a rock.
Yeah.
I did everything I could to get you out. Everything. I did not leave you.
No one's told him this. No one said, you left Cass. This is all in his own head. I do this all the time, and it drives people up the wall, and I still do it, where I have a conversation in my own head where I'm blaming myself for something. And it's like, I didn't do it. And they're like, no one even said you did. Because I love this because it's so relatable. Like I do, and I know it's a weird situation there in Purgatory, whatever. Like that's not relatable in any way. But like the like blaming yourself for something, and that not being true. Like everyone's had that moment in their lives.
Yeah,
I feel because Cass says he does a little like a bird tilt, you know, the little head tilt that he does. He's like, so you think this was your fault? And I'm so mad they got interrupted at this point, but like it's fine, they have it out later on because Linda pulls up and they don't get to finish their conversation because she gets out like full steam ahead. She's like, like you can do this, can't you?
Barely turned off the car.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, honestly, I get it. Dean says, how did Crowley find you? And she explained about the witch, and Sam, who's also got out of the car now, is like, a witch? Why'd you hire a witch? There was like almost like, why didn't you hire me?
Yeah, right. Why didn't you call us?
Yeah, I do feel a bit hurt about that. Mm-hmm. So it's like, to make demon bombs, of course. And like, these are Kevin's notes. And she gives Sam the notebook. Dean asks if they have any idea where Crowley is. And she says no, but, and then unlocks the boot of her trunk. That's two different words. Boot of her car. And says this guy might, and inside is the demon that she like was supposed to kill her with the devil's trap in the trunk lid. I am wondering now if this is the first time we've seen this. I really want to know. I need to find out.
Yeah. Me too.
And Dean's like, ho, let's talk. Can you guess what his like demon killing knife? Back at the warehouse, Kevin's having a no good, very bad day. He's strapped to a chair where it's the same chair where poor Smandrel was. And there's like,
Crowley, stop killing teenagers. Come on.
I know, pick on someone your own size. I
mean, they are technically his size. Because, you know, Crowley's not that tall.
Mark Shepherd would love that. He would love that. Crowley says, I thought privacy might make this easier. Decision time. How's this going to go? He's like, don't be recalcitrant, Kevin. You know it brings out the worst in me. And then he cuts off one of Kevin's fingers.
Oh my God. Yeah.
This is why this episode is called Little Slice of Kevin.
Yeah, this is true. Yep.
And Kevin immediately folds. He's like, okay, fine.
Of course. Yeah, I would too.
Yeah, my fingies. I need them for fingy things.
Exactly. Yeah, no, I totally am on Kevin's side. I would also give in immediately.
Yeah.
After physical torture.
Yeah.
So Kevin's hand is now bandaged and he's got the tablet and he's reading it out loud and he's looking at different sections of like the demonic influence on the collective tapestry of the soul. And the Carol's like, yeah, I already know that. He says demonic transportation to regions of hell. He's like, okay, fine. Also know that, you know, think more macro. It's like game changing. So Linda and Sam are in one car, Dean and Cass are in another car, and they've arrived to Iowa where this factory place is. And as Sam's getting out of the car, he like handcuffs Linda to the steering wheel.
Yeah, fair.
Which I mean, is she doesn't have the experience that is needed to storm the castle.
Yes, I agree.
So I think it's fine. So Dean opens the trunk of the car and asks, is this it? I thought he wasn't going to lead him to the right place.
Mm-hmm.
But he does.
Yeah.
And she's like, my son is in there. And Sam says, well, that means Crowley already has his leverage. He doesn't need another hostage. Dean just stabs this demon. Like,
yeah.
Why would you stab him when you have an angel next to you? And like the blood.
Well, they could have exorcised this dude. Like,
sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Again, I guess I don't want him to go riding back to Crowley if the demon gets out. But then again, Cass is right next to them. They could have exorcised him and then he could have like done some cool smoke stuff. I don't know. I feel sorry for the dude in the trunk.
We've seen that before. It was very
it's badass.
Spectacular. So we cut back inside to Crowley and Kevin. And Kevin's found something. And he's taking his time. And Crowley says, don't provoke me, Kevin. You still have 9 fingers. And he's got like a pinwheel and he's just like blowing it to make it spin. And I'm like, where did he even get that? I mean, he can conjure anything, I guess. But like, he's just entertaining himself. There's a section about building defensive weapons, like the bomb. Yeah. And Kevin finally gets to the moment of like sealing the gates of hell.
So it's true. It's there. Clearly, humans cannot possess this thing. What was God thinking? We'll get back to that. Just getting to the sexy part.
Sam, Dean, and Cass start to go through the maze of this factory. Mm-hmm. They manage to take out a couple of demons. Sam's going to split off and go one way. Dean and Cass are going to go another way. Back with Kevin, and he's looking at the tablet. And then there's like he says there's a personal note from the Archangel Metatron. Mm-hmm. Oh, God, just mentioning Metatron makes me mad. We'll get to him.
Yeah.
And Crowley's like, the scribe and the suck-up took down God's word, picked up his cleaning. And it's like a farewell note. So we cut back to Sam. He's doing something.
Yeah.
Back to Kevin. And he's talking about, he reads out what this note was.
Upon completion of this task, I take my leave of my master in this world.
It then cuts to Sam and 4 demons, and he like blows them up with the bomb.
Yeah.
It's very cool, kind of.
Sam looks quite cool.
All out of breath and like, ooh, I don't know why he's out of breath, but okay, that's fine. He just threw a bomb down, but okay.
Yeah.
Dean and Cass are walking through the factory now.
Mm-hmm.
And Cass can tell that Kevin is nearby. Sam finds the other prophets.
Yes.
And he tells them that he's here to help. Cass and Dean find a single demon. So I guess there was only enough to make one bomb. That's why Sam had it, because he would be on his own.
Yes.
Cass and Dean are fighting this one demon. The way that Dean gets thrown into these like hanging chains is so funny. He's like Supermaning it.
Yeah, it's so great.
It's like the wire work that they should have done in Purgatory was used here.
For sure. Yeah.
And then Cass manages to smite the demon. He looks like it's taking a lot for Cass to conjure up the power, because he also stumbles as well. Mm-hmm. Dean even says, what the hell's going on? You're not all the way back, are you?
Yeah.
So it cuts back to Kevin. So he says, so ends this transcription of the sacred word of the defense of mankind into the hand of God's children. Thus passes the compendium of tablets. And like Crowley says compendium, and Kevin gives him a definition, which is so
I love
cute.
that. It's so good.
And Crowley asks, what does Metatron mean? Dean is trying to pick the lock of this area, but he can't do it. And Cass just says, I'm going in. He's like, you're not strong enough. And Crowley's thinking out loud, there's more tablets, more than Leviathan and Demon. And then Cass appears. And Crowley just says,
Castiel, fresh from Purgatory. Was she called first?
He then goes on to say, which Castiel is this? Is it this time? I'm never sure. Madman? Megalomaniac? Cass just ignores him, says, Kevin is coming with me. He says, I think not. The Prophet's playing on my team now. I love that they're like talking over this tiny little table and Kevin's like in the middle.
Yeah, it's like, it's me, Kevin! A custody battle.
Yeah. Yeah, it really is. Cass gets his angel blade and Crowley holds up his hand and he gets his own. And he's like, so what's it going to be? And Crowley just says, it's all very West Side Story, but let's be logical. You look like hell and I should know. You're not up for this. And then we get the thing that is like memed and gift all over the place. Of Cass, like stone face, eyes glowing, wings expanding, just very like big display of power.
Yes.
And like even Crowley's a little impressed by this. He's like, well, maybe you can get it up, but you can't keep it up. It's like, yeah, you can. Yeah, you can. Crowley's like, you're bluffing. And I love what they did with Misha's voice with this, because he says,
So you want to take that chance?
not only is it lower, but it's like more like distorted, as if like his angel power is like coming through his voice. I love it so much.
It's really good. I love this so much. Yeah.
Yeah, that's very, very cool. So Cass reaches out his hand to grab Crowley. Crowley reaches for the tablet, which he then like Cass smashes the table, which breaks the tablet in half, and Crowley runs away.
Oh, Crowley.
Yeah. Dean then bursts into the room to Cass, who's now like knocked himself out because he used too much power.
Yes.
And Kevin is picking up the remainder of the tablet.
Oh, so we've got half the tablet now.
I forgot this was a whole thing.
It's a whole thing, yeah. For a while.
Yeah.
So outside the warehouse, it is daytime. It was daytime when they went in, to be fair as well. Linda is like wiping blood from Kevin's face with like a tissue. Very cute. And Sam says, the cops are on the way. They're going to pick up the Prophets. They'll be heading home. And Mrs. Tran says, what about us? Sam says they called a friend, Garth, which they should have done in the first place.
Absolutely.
Yeah. He's like, he does what we do, well, in his own way. He's like, he'll keep an eye on you guys. No more going off on your own. And like, Linda rolls her eyes at him. And Sam says, you get that it was hiring the witch that got you into this, right? And then says, how are you holding up, Kevin? Like, okay, Sam, we'll have to learn to make mistakes.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. And Kevin's like, are you kidding? I just want to seal those bastards up forever. He's like, he took my finger. Sam just says, Cass might be able to fix that. And I guess Dad's just covering that for every time they forget that he doesn't have a finger and he's going to have a new one now. Yeah. And it's like, in the meantime, lay low. Oh, I love this. I love this next bit. It's my favorite scene in Supernatural, I think. I've got lots of scenes I love, but this one is a doozy.
It's top. It's ranked up high on that. Yeah,
it is. Cass and Dean are not involved in this other situation. They are looking at each other's faces next to the Impala. No, so Dean is putting things into the trunk of the Impala, and Cass is stood at his shoulder, and Dean says, "That was a bonehead move back there. You could have gotten yourself killed. Why didn't you wait for me?" And Cass says, well, I didn't get killed and it worked. Oh!
Right.
And Dean says, and if it didn't? And Cass says, it would have been my problem. Which, loaded.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
And because Dean says, well, that's not the way I see it. Cass is officially family, right? Because that's what Dean's saying here. Your well-being is my problem.
Yep.
Like, he's very possessed of his family. Like, you belong to the circle now. Like, you can't just do things.
And I have to protect this circle at all costs. I can put myself at risk. You cannot put yourself at risk.
Exactly that. Yep. And Cass says
you may not have agency over your decisions. They are my decisions. If you make the bad one, it was my fault.
Yeah, he's such a control freak. Also a micromanager. That's why him and Crowley get on so well.
Yeah, that's true.
Cass says,
Hey, everything isn't your responsibility.
which is true. Dean says, you didn't get out, so whose fault was it? Like it's an obvious answer. Like, of course it's my fault. Of course it's like your fault, Dean. And Cass says, it's not about fault, it's about will, Dean. Like, do you really not remember? Dean laughs, like, very cynically. Like, like, I lived it, Cass. Okay, I know what happened. He's like, no, I think you know. You remembered it the way you needed to. And for this whole conversation, they're like basically stood facing each other. And Dean's like kind of almost shouting in his face, saying like, I don't need to feel like hell for failing you, okay?
For failing you like I failed every other godforsaken thing that I care about. I don't need it.
I can't imagine him having this conversation with Sam. I feel like Sam knows this implicitly, that like Dean doesn't have to say it.
Yeah.
But like he's really opening his like vulnerabilities here for Cass. Like, yeah.
Oh, Dean, you need to talk to somebody, man.
I know. Yeah. He's like that sister in Encanto. I was thinking about this the other day because I was listening to the song. I was like, oh, that's so Dean Winchester coded.
Yeah.
And Cassius says, like, look, Dean, just look at it, really look at it. And he touches his forehead so he can flash him back to purgatory.
Yeah.
So we see them running uphill slope towards the portal. Cass stumbles, and we see Dean shouting at him, like, come on. Dean steps into the portal, puts his hand out to Cass. Cass grabs his hand, and they do this whole, I got you, hold on, I got you, hold on. But then Cass pulls his hand away. It's different to what Dean was thinking.
He doesn't just pull it away, he like pushes it away.
He does, and
it's
says,
like forcefully.
Yeah. Like it's he wants him to go without him. And then the portal closes, meaning that like there's no rebuttal to that.
Yep.
We go back to the outside the warehouse. Cass takes his fingers from Dean's forehead and like Dean opens his eyes. I love that. And Cass says, see, it wasn't that I was weak. I was stronger than you. I pulled away.
Nothing you could have done would have saved me because I didn't want to be saved.
Oh my God.
I feel like we've done that a lot this episode, but oh my God.
They are so alike. Like, they're so alike in their self-sacrificial absolute bullshit. And it is.
It is, yeah.
And it goes all the way to the end. It goes all the way to the end. They both die sacrificing themselves for other people. Yeah. I let that sink in.
Something, I think.
Yeah.
Flip this flipping table.
Yeah. This is what the rage room is for, okay?
Yeah, exactly.
And Dean says, what the hell are you talking about? And Cass explains, it's where I belonged. I needed to do penance. After the things I did on earth and in heaven, I didn't deserve to be out, and I saw that clearly when I was there.
I planned to stay all along. I just didn't know how to tell you.
And he looks so tired almost.
You can't save everyone, my friend. So you try.
This is so, the parallels to 1518 is just so, it's there.
Yeah,
and it's why I was like, absolutely sobbing my heart out. and, you know, because it makes so much sense. And I'm so mad at 1518 for ending the way it did. And yet it's so on brand for Cass's character that I can't be mad at it.
Yeah.
You know? Like, this is where...
he still wants to pay penance. I don't think he ever feels like he fully completed his penance. No. And going to the empty in such a manner and that confession is... I feel like his final confession.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, technically is his final confession.
It is.
And like
in many ways.
his not revelation, but like his like he feels forgiven in that moment.
Yeah.
Which is how I can saying that out loud now is kind of how I can forgive. Not completely. I will never forget, and I will never completely forgive him not being back in the last 2 episodes.
Yeah.
But I feel like they should have gone with more of this, of like accepting that this is his penance.
Yeah.
And like his punishment, rather than just be like, oh yeah, Cass, help me.
Yeah. Or like, there are still ways that could have been profoundly impactful and then still see him. As in, like, I feel like there's no final forgiveness for Cass from Dean.
Right.
And I think having him come back could have been like, well, you never had anything to be sorry about. Like, you never had anything to pay penance to, like, completely forgive you and, like, accept you and, like, you're my friend. I just feel like he's always trying to prove himself to Dean. And part of that, like, self-flagellation of, like, self-sacrificing and trying to pay his kind of, like, debt is him sort of emulating Dean.
Mm-hmm.
And I think for them both to come full circle would have them, like, Dean realizing that he doesn't need to do that he's enough. He doesn't need to sacrifice himself for people, that he can live his life on his own terms, and that can be enough. And for him to, like, pass that learning to Cass of, like, you too can, like, live on your own terms instead of living for other people, would have been a great closure for me.
Yeah.
In that way. But I also understand, again, Leah, why he didn't come back, it kind of, like, that final confession makes sense. But I'm still mad about it.
It's, like, completely unforgivable. I know there was COVID restrictions, but, like, no.
Was it? I still
right.
Look, there are many conspiracy theories in the world right now, and that's one of them for me.
Oh yeah.
That I feel it will be
confirmed one day. It'll be confirmed one day.
Yeah. One day. I feel like there are bigger things going on, but this matters to me.
Yeah, right. I agree.
I just want Supernatural to come back. Like, I see all the time, like, little snippets of, like, them saying, like, oh, we'd love to do it again and we'd love for it to come back. And I'm just like, just do it.
Just do it.
Please.
You guys all own, like, production companies. Just do it.
Yeah. I just need a little, like, glimmer of, like, light and hope in my life. And this would be the one. If you could just please announce the return of Supernatural in the next, say, 6 months, I feel like that would just make my year. And in what is looking like, it's the world's hard. I need this.
Yes. Yeah.
That's my personal plea.
If this gets to them, just be like, come on now.
That got real deep real quick, but yeah, it's good. Yes, the line, you can't save everyone, my friend, I don't know, it breaks me in many ways. Yeah. And then Sam rocks up before Dean gets to respond to that. Mm-hmm. I feel like Dean never gets to respond to anything in his life sometimes.
No.
Like, the big moments, he often has no, like, he doesn't respond or doesn't get to respond. And I wanted that for him at the end of Supernatural.
Yeah. I agree.
Yeah. So I'm just like, everything all right? This was not the Sam episode. I feel like he said, like, 5 lines.
Yeah, no.
And Cass says, setting a few things straight. Nah. No, I'm joking.
Straight as it.
Sam explains about Garth, and he's like mid-sentence. He says, Garth is going to lay low with the trap. Oh, I love this and I hate it so much. I remember when this happened, when I watched this episode the first time, and I was like, oh my God, this is so good. Yeah.
Yep.
Because Cass is no longer on Earth. He's in a brightly lit office. You can't see out the windows. It's just light. And there is a woman that Amanda Tapping. Love Amanda Tapping so much.
Love her.
Oh, yes. And she's sat behind a desk. And Cass is like, where am I? And she says, you're home, Castiel. Cass says that he's never been there before where he is in heaven. Mm-hmm. And she says, not many have. And introduces herself as Naomi, explaining that they were the ones that rescued him. So that's not going to be a big mystery for the season. It was heaven.
It was, yep.
Yeah. She explains it was an incursion of angels which cost many lives. Consider these chats your repayment. And she asks him to tell her about Sam and Dean. And he kind of like frowns, but then just starts talking and says, like, the prophet is being kept safe. The tablet has split in 2 and the Winchesters are trying to recover the missing piece. And then, like, he says, why am I telling you any of this? And she says, it's not your concern. help the Winchesters, come when they call, and you report to me regularly, and you will never remember having done so. Cass says, I won't do that. And she just smiles at him and says, as you were, they won't even notice you were gone. And he drops back into the conversation halfway through. Sam's like exactly where he was.
Yeah, pretty much.
Because Sam says to him, you're with us on this one, right, Cass? And he's like, Cass, you okay? Of course, Cass doesn't remember what happened to him. So he says, I'm fine.
Yeah.
You know, I'm with you if that's all right. Dean nods and Cass walks away from them. And Sam turns to Dean and says, is it right? Are you two good? And Dean kind of looks down and says, yeah. And then the episode ends.
Just ends. Fucking just ends.
I know, it was such a weird place to end, I feel. But it kind of makes sense, too, of like they reconciled. And now we find out that, you know, Cass is being used as a spy to watch them. And he wouldn't
For what end, we don't know.
We don't know. And then reconciling is going to make that situation worse. And yeah, they're just being used again by everybody.
Again, and again, and again. Yep. Oh my goodness. It makes you wonder, like, how many times we'll never, well, actually no. So I think another thing that they learned from season 7 with Cass's story is this happens a lot. We do actually see Cass get teleported to heaven. Whereas like with Sam seeing Lucifer, we never saw that.
Yes.
But it does make me wonder how many times like throughout their like togetherness, when they're all together, Cass is like flitting back and forth and we just don't know it because it's like happening.
Yeah, I think so. We see it a number of times, you're right. But I don't we obviously don't see it every time, so I think it's supposed to be like pretty often.
Exactly. Yeah. It's I'm so excited for this part of the story.
Yeah,
I do love the like brainwashed Cass like story arc. I think it's so unique to Supernatural and like the damage that it causes everybody and like but then the love that gets shown as well. Oh my god.
Like I really do feel that this was the season when they started highlighting like Dean and Cass's relationship, because I know they've just been through purgatory together, but Cass is framed as Sam's friend. But the difference in like response to him coming back is so stark between Sam and Dean that like I don't know how you can read it. I don't know how you can read it any other way. Like that undoubtedly Dean and Cass. The thing is, I don't even think they're like friends, right? But this is what I mean.
No.
It's not that they like have lots in common and get on and like they do joke with each other and stuff. But then Cass does that with Sam. There's just something different about their relationship than Sam and Cass have that I don't think you can prescribe to anything else other than like they just have like a really messed up love for each other.
Toxic.
It's so toxic and yet it's so right. Like,
they're right for each other in the wrong ways.
Yeah, it's so interesting. Like nothing else. It's like a relationship that I just can't. I've never seen mirrored in any other like piece of media. Of like this kind of like they're not really dependent on each other, and yet they are, because Dean gets so depressed and so angry every time that Cass leaves. And then Cass is constantly leaving him because he feels like he has some higher purpose that he's using to basically try and impress Dean with, to prove himself worthy to him. Not knowing that every time he leaves to try and prove himself worthy to him, it's just like pushes them further apart. It's such a Greek
tragedy.
It is a Greek tragedy. It is. Like, yeah. It's like no other relationship I've ever seen on television. I just cannot. I can't think of one. If I do, I will tell you. I can't think of one at all.
No, yeah.
Yeah.
It's something else, certainly is.
Like the conversation they just had there was like, you know, Cass seeing Dean of like, I know exactly where your insecurity lies here. Like, I know what the problem is. You're blaming yourself because you always blame yourself. You think you can save everyone and you can. Let me make this right by showing you exactly what happened so you no longer blame yourself. And just like getting to the core of that in a way that like Sam doesn't do for Dean. I know like Sam and Dean know their issues. They know all of that about each other, but they don't know how to like fix it, if that makes sense. Whereas like Cass often does. I don't know. I like,
but I don't like even so. Dean seeing the truth will not change his perspective on the truth.
Yeah,
like the objective truth will not will not get into his brain that Cass left because, like we were saying earlier, he cannot comprehend that somebody would want to stay in purgatory.
Yeah, and he reframed that as like, oh, well, I should have seen earlier that Cass was thinking of staying and persuaded him or like forcibly got him through that portal. Like in some way, it's still going to be his fault.
Right. I could have used my other arm or like I should have still held on to him, even though it's clear that he pushed me away. Like there's no way that he would have pushed me away. Like, I feel like we see that as a human behavior.
Yes.
I know, I'm pretty sure I've done it where like somebody can tell me like, no, this is what happened. And like, even still like, well, everything that happened before that led to that decision. And I was a problem throughout all of those other decision making.
Yeah. And exactly right. And that's how, and this is what makes Dean such a relatable character because his thought patterns are so like that. And you can see yourself in those thought patterns in a way that like, Dean's not the chosen one, right? Sam is the chosen one in Supernatural. Like he has that to grapple with. But I've never found, I like the story of like chosen ones, but I never find them relatable, right? Because you don't know what that's like. Whereas like the sidekicks, people hang on to those people. And like Dean ultimately was supposed to be a sidekick. He kind of like took on his own life, I feel, in Supernatural.
Right.
And I think that's why people relate to him more. He's the more like human side of like having to deal with the fallout of seeing all this go on around him.
Right.
I don't know. I love this episode so much. I love the conversations they have. I love the way Cass reappears. It's so Kate Bush's Wuthering Heights. It's so to me. Oh. Like, go look up the lyrics. I'm not singing it anymore. It's something about like an angel appearing to you in like a crappy motel room. I didn't know as well. Like, it's the aesthetic of Supernatural. It's everything to me. I love this episode so much, so much. Ben Edlund should have written it.
I know. I'm very, very confused at how this was a Buckner Lemming episode.
Yeah.
Like, where was this for like Heartache? That was such a bad episode.
Oh, I know. They've saved it all up for this. It's because it was plot. So it would have been planned, but like it's all plot all the way down. I just can't help but think, I don't think Sarah Gamble was working on the show at this point. We never talked about that, but I'm pretty sure showrunners switched, didn't they, at the beginning of season 8?
I actually don't know.
I think it's now Buck Lemming.
Apparently it's Jeremy Carver.
Oh, this is, okay. Yeah, so this is the Carver era of Supernatural. So it's like, you know, they probably had a different way of approaching the season. So I wonder how much is laid out for people to have their creative freedom within the plot episodes of this. I feel like it's changed. I don't think Sarah Gamble was working on the show anymore at this point, but this was an episode that could have easily been written by her, I feel.
Oh yeah, for certain.
She gets that emotional punch.
She might be like a consultant, maybe.
Probably still. I wouldn't be surprised. I don't think she left. So no. I don't know though. I love this episode. Great episode. I don't know well. Like, I'm looking forward to the next few episodes, as are you. I know the next one's really good too.
It is. I think Hunter Harakai is probably one of my favorite filler episodes of the entire series. I show this one to people of like an example of supernatural. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's got Cass in it. Absolutely.
He doesn't just disappear after this episode. I mean, he does soon, but like I think I remember watching this and thinking, he's not going to be in the next episode now after all that, and them saying that he was going with them, etc. And then he was. I was like,
what a change in circumstance! What change of storytelling!
So that was very good. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to the next one. But yeah,
no. Cool, awesome. Well, after all of that, a very in-depth conversation about this episode because it was so good. We would like to thank the Pixel Agora for his way better rendition of what we just saw.
So much better. Yeah.
So if you'd like to get that on some sort of merchandise, you can at our Redbubble store. And if you'd like to talk to us about this episode and how much better it could have been if they, thought about it a little bit more, you can. We are all over the socials. You can find us on Facebook, Instagram, Tumblr, YouTube, Bluesky. Just search for Escaping Purgatory Podcast or Escaping Podcast on Bluesky.
Thanks. So this week we attempted to step through a portal. Like we just a little hop. But instead we beefed it, guys. We beefed it so hard and rolled down that hill. I'm so sorry. So next time we'll have to try and find our way out. Bye.
Bye.